We made it, guys. This was the last Sunday of the year without NFL football. The season officially kicks off this Thursday, and we have our first Bears game on Sunday versus the San Francisco 49ers. Heading into the season, Luke Getsy and Justin Fields have us hyped about this offense, while the hits philosophy has our defense flying all over the field, led by the emergence of rookies Jaquan Brisker and Kyler Gordon. I wanted to talk quickly today about some of the takeaways from preseason and especially the last game versus the Browns. What to think about all of the new roster additions and some additional news and stats. Let's get right into it. Our entire offensive line had a really good preseason, capped off by a great game against the Browns. But if I had to pick one guy that stood out to me, it was Tevin Jenkins. He was seen on film pancaking opponents and locking down the right guard job. I've been super impressed with Tev, and I think he's in store for a big year. With that being said, do not listen to the trade rumors. Tev isn't going anywhere. A lot of fans were still shell-shocked by the Browns game last year, and they expected Justin Fields and the offensive line to be as well. That didn't happen at all. Fields and the first-team offense lit it up. On 32 pass-blocking snaps, the offensive line gave up one quarterback hit, 3 pressures, and 0 sacks. Yes, it's preseason, and they had some starters out, but so did we. I'll cover that narrative in just a minute. But my point here was that the entire offensive line, even Sam Mustipher, played very well. On top of that, we added a couple of other talented linemen this week as well, in Alex Leatherwood and Kellen Deesh. Ryan Poles' work on this offensive line is never done, and you have to admire that. On defense, a lot of fans were curious why Roquan Smith missed the game, but he should still be ready to go for the 49ers this weekend. Dane Cruikshank played most of the game. I saw him make some good plays in the run game, and he wasn't bad in coverage either. It helped him lock down a roster spot. Jaquan Brisker returned to practice this week. Fellow rookie Kyler Gordon continues flashing on defense, and I believe he's going to surprise a lot of people this season. Now let's quickly talk about the resting starters narrative. People continue talking about how the Browns rested 4 starters on defense. None of them mention that the Bears also rested 5 starters on defense. Why? It doesn't fit their narrative. The Browns rested 2 pass rushers and 2 cornerbacks, Garrett, Clowney, Ward, and Newsome. Meanwhile, the Bears rested 5 of their best players on defense, Roquan Smith, Robert Quinn, Jalen Johnson, Jaquan Brisker, and Eddie Jackson. So we actually rested more starters on defense than they did. Injuries happen in the NFL, and no team is ever 100% for a game. This was a dress rehearsal, and the Cleveland Browns got smoked. Don't let the final score fool you. The Bears dominated the Browns to close out the preseason undefeated. We were also missing our starting center due to injury, and 3 of our top 4 wide receivers in Byron Pringle, N'Keal Harry, and Velus Jones Jr. all missing. Also, the Bears took David Montgomery and Darnell Mooney out of the game after a couple of drives and let Fields work with backup receivers, and he still drove them down the field for another touchdown. The offense got better every game and looked more and more in sync. The play calling was a thing of beauty, even in vanilla form, and our entire first-team offense has yet to even play together yet. Lucas Patrick has been out a while, and so have Pringle, Velus Jones Jr., and N'Keal Harry. Sorry for being MIA this weekend. I had to work yesterday and decided to make sure I'm 100% heading into this week. I have a lot of coverage coming and a couple of big videos already in the works that will be released this week, guys. Stay tuned. I'm going to cover everything as we head into opening day, preview versus the 49ers, what to expect for the season, breakout players. I have it all covered, guys. Stay tuned. Hit that like button for me. And until next time, bear down. Bear down.